This is right in front of Atlantic Station.
Jim Seagrove took a risk and stayed behind in Pine Knoll Shores to ride out Hurricane Irene at home.
It can get scary with all the lights out. We lost power about 5 a.m. and without being able to see anything and that much rain and all the shutters vibrating on the house, it can get kind of scary late.
At daybreak, he began taking pictures of some of the neighbors' properties and noticed some flooding, but his home seems to be okay.
It wasn't as bad as what I thought it was going to be.
But there is some damage. About 30 businesses and 30 homes are flooded. Some roads have standing water as well. Half of a pier in Atlantic Beach washed out to sea as Irene continued to pound the Crystal Coast.
We're looking for damage. We've seen a couple of things, a couple of road signs over there. I spotted a tree that's down over this way. We've got, I'm not sure what this is, but looks like something with telecommunications is turned over. Noticed a couple of shingles on the side of these condos that are coming off. We're also looking for debris because we don't want to get caught off guard and have something blow and end up hurting us. So we're trying to check for that as we look for what kind of damage has already been done. I mean, can you feel this? I can't even stay still. I mean, the wind is literally blowing me down the street. This is unbelievable.
The police chief for Atlantic Beach says at about 8:30 Saturday morning, the area got 2 hours of relief.
We have had a couple people that live here that during the eye they ventured out to take a look at the ocean, and we warned them and sent them back to their residence because it is still in effect, curfew.
His officers are only going out if they get a call for help. Chief Alan Smith isn't sure when people will be allowed to come back onto the island, but he says overall North Carolina dodged a bullet.
We prepared for a Category 3 and we prayed for the best, and in my opinion we got the best.